Hi there. I am going to do a little demo file so that you can learn how to manage some files and make PDFs and do some different things to help you with your studio class. So you see I have InDesign open and I have two files. I have my Christmas card and my resume. And I've picked these two different files because they look very different in the thumbnails. So you see the thumbnails open here in the pages. Okay. So I am going to actually take this page and I'm going to move it. So I'm not closing it. I'm just dragging it over here. And then I'm going to close this up a little bit. Okay. So you see, I have this document selected, but it's using all the tools from this over here, which is a little confusing. So when I click on this document, so if I click here, notice that these thumbnails change. So I'm going to go back over to here. And so I am going to click on this thumbnail and drag it on top of this page. They're two different size documents. That's why I'm getting this message. You shouldn't have that problem. And it tells you where you can put it. So I'm going to say at the end of the document. Okay. And then I am going to go back here again. I'm going to show you that again. So you can do both pages at once by holding down the Shift key. I just wanted to show you twice. So now I'm clicking on that second page again, dragging over and saying, okay, I am going to put it at the end of the document, put it anywhere you want. And I'll say, okay. So now it's there. So I can close this document for now. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to export this. So I go up to export. And when you hit export in InDesign, you can export to lots of different file size. So if you want to do a JPEG, it will do each page as a separate JPEG file. When you do a PDF, so we're going to say PDF, save, it will do a page range. So you can put in all, or you can put in a specific range. So we're going to do a range and we're going to say pages 1 through 2, and I will export. And I'm not sure where I exported that, so I'm going to go back again for a moment. And at this point here is where I am going to manage where I'm going to put that, sorry. So I am going to put it on, the desktop. So I will save here. So it's called resume, and it's pages 1 through 2, export. And then I am going to export pages. It seems crazy that I'm exporting it this way, but I'm doing it just so I can show you how you can manage different aspects of this. So I'm going to be doing it to the desktop again. I'm going to save. I'm going to call this card instead. And I'm going to save, and this time I'm going to do pages 3 through 4. I'm going to export. So one thing I also wanted to show you too, when you export, you can play with some aspects of the saving. Let me make this one B, where I go to save as a PDF, and you can change the compression. So let me make it a zip this time. I'm going to export. Let me just check. I'm going to do pages 1 and 2. That was called B. Okay, so I'm going to close this now for a moment. And I want to see what the megabyte size is for these files. So actually I'm going to drop it into my teaching folder. Let me just make a new folder. I'll put this on hold for a moment. So what I did was I just put these 3 folders in a file so I could see how big they were. So you can see when I click on this, it's 1.6 megabytes. The original resume was 53 KB. And so the one that I saved as a zip, thinking I would lower the compression, I actually didn't. It's the exact same compression. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this file. We don't need that for now. So we are now going to open in Adobe Acrobat. So I've got the card and I've got the resume. So here is Adobe Acrobat. If you don't have it loaded, you can get it through downloading through your Creative Cloud, either up here or here. So I'm going to click that on. So this shows me the recent projects that I've done. So I am going to click to open the card. And it's a PDF, so it automatically opens in Acrobat, or you can go and drag and open in Acrobat. Okay, so here's my document. You can see that it is 2 pages, but it's labeled it as 3 and 4 because those are the page numbers that I dragged it from. And so when I go down here, when I hover, I see this down here. If you don't see that, one of these buttons shows you how to get that back up there. I don't remember, so I don't want to turn it off. So if you don't see it, don't hover. When you hover, if you don't see it, just hunt around and hit something so that it does it. So when I click this one that's got 2 views, I can see my thumbnail view on the side. And now I'm going to go and open this file. So you can see I've got these 2 files. So you can go and hover at the bottom, show this view, and so then you can drag over here, basically just as I did in Adobe, I'm sorry, in InDesign. So I'm trying to show you, what I did was to show you that you can do the same thing either in InDesign or Acrobat. You wouldn't do it the crazy way I did it, where do it in one and then do it in the other. You pick which one you want to do. Okay, so so now that I've got my 4 pages here, I am going to save my file. So because I've organized this, so I am going to save as it's taking quite a while. This is crazy. I'm going to put you on hold.